Hello children, very good morning to you all. Now let us start our class. I am here to start our new lesson which I already gave you the difficult words. Which I yesterday gave you difficult words. Understand? White mouse, mice. I hope you wrote them 3 times each. Okay. Now I am going to start with the explanation of the lesson. So we are going to start with the explanation of the lesson. So let's begin with our second session. Session 2 means class 2 of this lesson. Our new lesson is, first lesson today. First lesson is white mice. You know what are mice? Recently we have done with our singular and plural forms of nouns. So, mice is the plural of mouse. Mouse means rats. Mice is the plural of mice. We can call them irregular nouns. So, as I already told, this lesson is all about playing a prank on others. Jokes which cause lot of inconvenience to the person. He may face with one or the other kind of problem. So, while playing any prank or joke on others, we have to think twice whether it would be simple, easily taken on, it's okay. If it is seriously causes any trouble to the person on whom you are playing a prank, please stop such things. Okay, so here is our lesson, white mice. Here in this lesson, a child of your age went to his grandparents' place for summer vacation. Vacation means what? Holidays. And he was sent alone back to his parents. Parents used to stay at Delhi. So his uncle's name was Uncle Ken. He put him on the wrong train. What he did, instead of making him board the train which goes to Delhi, some other train he put him on. So the child faced a problem. He came to know after the train moved, he came to know that he was in a wrong train. Then he got down at Lucknow, and with the help of station master. Station master is the one who is the in charge of that particular railway station. He phoned his grandfather and he waited with the station master till his grandfather arrived. And meanwhile, during that particular period, from the period when the child got down at Lucknow station till he goes back, and after what he experienced in the station master's house. And after going there, what prank he played on his uncle to take a revenge. Uncle purposefully did not do, but in a hurry he did not see whether the train goes to Delhi or not. So he mistakenly put him on into the different train which was going towards Dehradun, I think. Lucknow. Okay, he got down in Lucknow. So to take a revenge, he played a prank on his uncle. That is what this lesson is about. So let us start the lesson. The story is narrated by a little boy. He was to return to his parents after his summer vacation. His uncle Ken, who comes to the station to see him off, puts him on the wrong train. When the boy realizes the mistake his uncle made, when the boy realizes the mistake his uncle made, he gets down at Lucknow and sends a telegram to his grandfather. The kind station master, Mr. Ghosh, keeps the boy safe till his grandfather reaches Lucknow and invites him to his house. So this story is narrated by a little boy. Narrated means what? Explained, described. Narrated. Narrated means described, explained. By a little boy. What he says, he was to return to his parents after his summer vacations. He had to go back. Return means he had to go back to his parents after he completed his summer vacations at his grandparents' house. So his uncle, whose name was Ken, his uncle, whose name was Ken, he goes to the station with the boy to see him off. To see him off means what do you mean by see off? To say goodbye. See off means to say goodbye. Goodbye. There is a lot of difference between boy and bye. So he went to the station with the boy to see him see him off. To say goodbye. Understand? So by mistake he puts him on the wrong train. Puts like a bag taking and keeping in the train, not like that. He made him board a wrong train. Understand? So the boy coolly went into the train and train started. When the boy realizes the mistake his uncle done, he gets down at Lucknow. So after some time he understands. Realizes means he understands. It comes to his notice that his uncle had put him on a wrong train. When he comes to know about it, he was not going to Delhi, he is going somewhere else. Then when the train stopped at Lucknow, he got down the train. ట్రైన్లో నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తాడు, కింద దిగిపోతాడు అనమాట. And sends a telegram to his grandfather. He sends a telegram. Telegram is nothing but wireless message. Now it is stopped. Why? Because we are having so many other devices for sending messages. Especially the most famous things nowadays, cell phones, smartphones, through which we can send within a second message to our people. But through telegram, it is a coded message. From this telegram office, you directly, suppose I am here now. I want to send some message to somebody, I can phone and send. But through telegram it is not done, not from home. We have to go to telegraph office, where we have to fill up a form mentioning the address of the person to whom we have to send and the message what we have to send, that message we have to write and our address we have to write. And it costs, every word costs some money. Understand? Then it will be typed in code language and it would be sent. And it takes at least 1 day time to reach our people. But through cell phone, now it has become very easy to give any message to anybody. So in those days that privilege or facility was not there. So the boy sent a telegram to his grandfather. The kind station master, Mr. Ghosh, keeps the boy safe till his grandfather reaches Lucknow. Then with the help of station master, what's the name of the station master? Mr. Ghosh. With the help of the station master, Mr. Ghosh, the boy sends the message or telegram to his grandfather. And Mr. Ghosh was very kind person, very nice person, good person. So he keeps the boy with him till his grandfather arrived at Lucknow. And he invited that boy's grandfather to his house. Understand? And first he took the boy also to his house. There will be always, station master stays very close to the railway station. In a quarter, office quarter, the government office only would allot him a house which is called quarter. There he took the boy. And what the boy experiences and enjoys there, we are going to learn now. Mr. Ghosh's house was just behind the station. As I told, the station master always stays near the station. He brought me a cup of sweet milky tea and 2 large rasgullas. So, till the grandfather arrived, the station master made that boy to sit with him at home. So he offered him a cup of tea, very nice creamy tea, and 2 big rasgullas. You know rasgulla sweets, very nice it will be. 2 rasgullas he offered him. Understand? And he says, who? Station master says, now let me show you my family, he said. And he took me by the hand and led me to a veranda at the back of the house. So the station master says, come on, let us, I will show you my house. And he brought me, he took me by the hand, means he held his finger, station master held the boy's finger and led me to a veranda. Led means lead past tense led. Lead past tense is led. To the veranda, gallery which we call now. Understand? At the back of the house, back side of the house, gallery was there. He took him to that gallery. And what a boy could see in that gallery is very funny and strange thing. It is very funny and strange thing. Let us see. There was a miniature railway complete with a station, railway bungalows, signal boxes, and next to it a miniature fairground complete with swings, a roundabout, and a Ferris wheel. So, in the veranda, what a boy could see? A miniature railway station. Miniature means model. It is not a real one. Miniature, model, toy, model. You could see there a miniature railway station, complete railway station. Model it is. If your teacher asks you to do the work, make a project on Vegetable market means, do you bring the vegetable market and show to the teacher? No. You make a model, you take thermocol big sheet, you will take the toy vegetables and all. With that you can create small stalls of vegetables and fruits. Understand? That is called a miniature. Miniature means model. Understand? That miniature railway station, what this railway station, miniature railway station contained? It contained railway bungalows, quarters for the employees, signal boxes. You know what are signals? How many types of signals you will have? 3. Red, yellow and last green. Red is for saying stop, yellow for saying wait, green for to move, to say move. The signal boxes were there, and next to the station there was a miniature Fairland. Miniature Fairland. Miniature Fairland. What is this Fairland? Fairground. There was a miniature fairground. Fair means what, you know? We have two fair. F-A-I-R fair, F-A-R-E fair. This is related to charges. Bus fare, train fare we say. Charges for traveling. This fare is nothing but a kind of fun place, I can call it. To make it simple, I can call it fun place. As we have exhibition ground in Hyderabad, as nearby you will have a fun place. Understand? It is not permanent. For few days, it will be enjoyed by the people. They will go and visit. Stalls will be there. And so many other things will be there for the children to enjoy. It is called fairground. What you can see in fairground? You can see the stalls of varieties of articles. Then you can see swings. If you have ever visited exhibition ground in Hyderabad, in Nampally, you would have. Every year we will have. Due to this corona problem, now it is not possible for us to have this exhibition. Understand? It is a kind of fair. What would you see there? So many stalls of eatable things, foods, clothes, other articles, electronic goods, vessels, toys, so many things. And what else? Swings will be there. Roundabout and Ferris wheel. Roundabout means merry-go-round, you know. In our school also we have, on which you sit and move. And ferry wheel means giant wheel. Very up you go and come. Understand? 15 to 20 white mice were dancing on the roundabout and the Ferris wheel. So, you see, in this miniature fairground, you could see white mice. The man had white mice. Here, he says, 15 to 20 white mice were dancing on roundabout. They were moving on roundabout. And some more white mice were on the Ferris wheel also. Another dozen or so ran in and out of tunnels. Railway tunnel was also there. If you traveled to Mumbai, you could see the tunnel. Or here, Secunderabad, if you go from here, we have to go through a tunnel down. Bus goes in the through the tunnel. Tunnel at a passage, underground passage. Okay. So many rats were moving. Some dozens of rats were moving in the tunnel also. They are going up, they are climbing up and down the train, toy train. Mr. Ghosh pressed a button and the little train, crowded with white mice, left the station and went rattling off. Went rattling off to the far corner of the veranda. So, when the boy was seeing all this funny thing, the station master switched on the button. Then the toy train, a miniature train, started moving around. It moved with so many white mice. If you have the textbook, you could see the picture. It started moving. Rattling means moving, bouncing. Understand? To the other end of the veranda. It was also impressive. Impressive means which leaves some kind of effect on you. Understand? Which leaves some kind of effect on you. Such an experience the child had there. By the time grandfather arrived, I had fed biscuits to the mice and fallen asleep in a large armchair in Mr. Ghosh's living room. So, grandfather came to the place to pick up the boy. By the time he came, grandfather came, what the boy did? He gave biscuits to the white mice and he fell asleep. He slept on the armchair. Armchair అంటే తెలుసా ఇట్లా చేతులు పట్టి రిలాక్స్ అవ్వడానికి ఒక చైర్ ఉంటుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఆర్మ్ చైర్. Where in Mr. Ghosh living room, drawing room or hall I can call. I woke up to find the station master busy showing grandfather his little railway colony of white mice. So when the boy woke up, what could he see? He could see the station master showing all this miniature railway station to his grandfather. Grandfather was interested in the toy train, but he said polite things about the mice, commending their pink eyes and pretty legs. So, grandfather was very much interested in the toy train, but he politely praised the shining red eyes of the white mice and its soft skin, which looked very graceful. Lead feet. Lead feet means feet of the rat which were looking very thin and cute. Mr. Ghosh beamed with pleasure and sent out for more rasgullas. See, when the grandfather praised the cuteness of the white mice, the station master beamed means looked bright with happiness. With pleasure means happiness. And he sent somebody to get some more rasgullas. When grandfather and I had settled into a compartment of a train late that night, Mr. Ghosh came to the window to say goodbye. As the train began moving, he thrust a cardboard box into my hands and said, "A present for you and your grandfather." So, after some time, grandfather moved to the railway station. Means he wanted to go back. Understand? That time when they were in the train, the station master came and handed over one cardboard box to the boy. And he said, "This is a present for you and your grandfather." Present means gift for you and your grandfather. More rasgullas, I thought. Later, when the train was underway and I lifted the lid of the box, I found two white mice asleep on a bed of cotton. He thought he would give ఎవరైనా ఊరికి వెళ్తుంటే మనం స్వీట్స్ అవి ఇస్తాం కదా. బాయ్ థాట్ సేమ్ వే. ద స్టేషన్ మాస్టర్ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ హిమ్ more rasgullas. But out of curiosity, he opened the lid of the box. What could he see? Two cute white mice sleeping on the cotton on at the inside the box. Back in Dehra, I kept the white mice in their box. I had plans for them. So, after coming back to Dehradun, he came back where his grandfather lives. He kept the white mice in a box and he had lot of plans for them, what he wanted to do with them. After dinner, I slipped into my uncle's room and released the mice under his bed sheet. So, after having dinner, the boy took the white mice and he released means made them free to move under the bedsheet of his uncle. Uncle Ken only put him in problem. No? So now he wanted to put Uncle Ken in problem. Is it a good thing, children? No. By mistake he did, not purposefully. Knowingly he did not do. కావాలని చేయలేదు. బై మిస్టేక్ జరిగిన దానికి మనం ఇంకొకరిని ఇలా ట్రబుల్ చేయొద్దు యాక్చువల్లీ. సో an hour later, we all had to leap out of our beds when Uncle Ken dashed out of his room, screaming that something soft and furry was running about inside his clothes. So, after an hour, all were ready, were about to go to bed, about to sleep. That time, Uncle Ken came running from his room. And he was saying there is something soft and furry, full of fur. Fur means soft hair on the body of something. Is moving in his clothes. Well, off with the clothes, said grandfather, giving me a wink. He had a good idea of what had happened. So, okay, no problem. You remove your clothes, said the grandfather, winking his eyes. And ila kallu musuka. చూద్దాం ఒక్క నిమిషం అని అంటారు కదా, దట్ వే. బికాస్ హీ హ్యాడ్ ద ఐడియా వాట్ హ్యాడ్ హ్యాపెండ్ టు హిమ్, వాట్ ద బాయ్ హ్యాడ్ done, he knew about it. After Uncle Ken had done a tap dance, one white mouse finally came out from the clothes, but the other had run up the sleeves of his paisama coat and suddenly popped out beneath his chin. So when ఇలా మనము ఎగురుతూ ఉంటాం కదా ట్యాప్ డాన్స్ అంటే కాలు ఇలా ఏమంటారు, కాలు కింద పెట్టకుండా ఇలా ఇలా ఏమైనా ప్రాబ్లం వస్తే ఇట్లా ఎగురుతూ ఉంటాం కదా, అలా ఎగురుతూ ఉంటాడు. ఆ ఎగిరేటప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఒక్క వైట్ మాస్ బయటికి వచ్చేస్తుంది ఆయన బట్టల్లో నుంచి. When he was dancing and shouting, one white mouse came out of his clothes. But the other one, what he did, through the sleeves of his paisama coat. Paisama ante enti? Loose pant, night suit వేసుకుంటారు కదా రాత్రి, అది దాంట్లో నుంచి చేతికి వచ్చి చేతిలో బట్టల్లో వెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ చిన్న దగ్గర నుంచి పాప్డ్ అవుట్ అంటే బయటికి జంప్ చేసేస్తుంది అనమాట. Uncle Ken started to panic. Helpless అయిపోతాడు, భయం వేస్తుంటుంది ఆయనకు. Convinced that his room was full of mice, pink, white and brown, he locked himself in the storeroom and slept. ఆయనకి ఏమనిపిస్తుందంటే వీళ్ళు పెట్టారు ఈ బాయ్, he did not think that the boy played a prank on him. He thought his room is full of rats of different types, white, black, brown, pink, etc. So he left his room and he slept in the storeroom where all unwanted things, waste things were dumped. Next day, grandfather took me to the station and put me on the train to Delhi. It was the right train this time. Next day, grandfather took him to the station and he put him on a train to Delhi. This time it was a right train, correct train. I'll look after the white mice, he said. Okay, he kept the mice with him only and he said, I will look after the mice. Grandfather grew quite fond of mice and even wrote to Mr. Ghosh asking if he could spare another pair. But Mr. Ghosh, he learned later, had been transferred to another part of the country and had taken his family of white mice with him. So, grandfather wrote a letter to Mr. Ghosh saying thanks for giving the gift, and he asked him to send two more white mice. But by then it was not possible because Mr. Ghosh was transferred to some other place where he took all his family, I mean mice, everything with him. So he could not send any. This is the lesson about what happens if we play a prank on others. Lesson is simple and small. I explained. Please, once you read, you will definitely enjoy the lesson. So here we stop, children. Thank you so much.